Guys, this is another episode of Art and Our Entertainment, and I want to talk to you today about my comic books of August. Honestly, these might not all be comics of August. These, I think, a lot of these came out many weeks ago, maybe months ago. But as I told you guys before, I get my comic books from Third Eye Comics in Annapolis, and so yeah, they come in the mail. So I get them a lot later than people who read them when they're at the comic book store or purchase them at the comic book store. And it sucks a little bit too because a lot of times I'll be waiting for these comics to come to me, and then I'll go ahead because sometimes I don't have patience, and I'll jump on the channel of one of my favorite YouTubers that talks about comics, and they'll spill all the beans. I'll spoil it for myself. I still like my comics though, but I've been trying not to do that. And also as a result of that, I've been trying to get more into. Um, I always like indie comics. I think I do that already. Where I like a little bit of indie comics, I like mainstream comics. I've been trying to do it. I've been trying to change it up now to where I don't necessarily read these majority mainstream comics because I feel like a lot of the meat and potato stories that are really good are like from up and coming artists. Up and coming artists, up and coming writers. I feel like I should give them more of a chance because their books are less expensive too. Their books are less expensive, and you know what? I'm just gonna show you guys all the stuff while I'm talking because I got what I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 books I want to show you guys, and I'll tell you guys my pros and cons, maybe potentially. Uh, this one, pros and cons. I haven't read it, but one of the cons is that it's $6. It's $6, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait because it took so long to get to me. I read about it. I mean, I listened to people talk about it online, and the story did not seem so good. I was like, man, damn, I still got that coming to me. Like, I was really surprised. I think I'm gonna stop making such a. I think I'm gonna stop taking a chance on comics that just seem kind of wonky. You know what I'm saying? That I just like, oh, that might be an interesting spin. I think I'm gonna take less of a chance on those and more chances on just original stuff. Just original IPs, man. The moon is following us. I think about that. That was incredible. But yeah, I haven't. Everybody that I've seen that digested this and showed the panels and talked about it, explained it, they were great. They were great. They did a great job. All the channels that I went to that explain this, they did a great job of explaining this Black Panther new storyline. And it's also yeah, Priest, Christopher Priest, he was on this. So, and he's a great Black Panther writer. I think he is the best Black Panther writer. But I haven't heard too much good stuff about this. I mean, we all every comic can't be a home run, right? Um but this one right here, Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, I have been, listen, you guys, I have been anticipating this for so long. The third issue, of course, but just this whole run, I had anticipated it for so long, and then on top of that, what made me even more like hype for it was that the actor who plays Daredevil in the show, the incredible show, shout out to all of them. I'm glad that they brought Punisher back. He's got a special coming out. I've been watching that all over the internet. But Daredevil Cold Day in Hell is phenomenal. I really like the art. I like the writing. They've done a fantastic job, man. Charles Soule, Steve McNiven, Dean White. You know, if I messed up your names, I'm sorry. But you guys did a, but nevertheless, you guys did a hell of a job. Hell of a job. Daredevil, Matt Murdock, he is an older man. He no longer has his powers. A big action has happened. A big war happened in New York that basically destroyed New York. It starts off with I'm not going to get all into it, but the Kingpin is dead. Like, we find out the first issue in like the first handful of panels. So I'm like, oh shit, like, damn, that's where we're starting off from. So yeah, there's a big war that happened. Matt Murdock is back to being, before, well, I shouldn't say before, because he really wasn't like a pastor or anything before, but you know, he was deep in the church, and now he's an older man, and the homeless he helps the homeless and the disadvantaged, and he works at a church, and he helps with soup kitchens. You know what I'm saying? He helps arrange the food for the soup kitchens. He passes out food and all that stuff. So, you know, just basically he is still a superhero. He's just doing it on a less of a, I guess, flashy way. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that. I was like, yeah, that's who Matt Murdock is. I expect him, even if he lost his powers, I still expect him to help people. And with the church, you know, the disadvantaged and the hungry and the homeless. So he's doing that. And then also, uh, we find out that, you know, we find out that someone else is trying to take over New York. So there's another big chemical spill. You know how I don't know if you guys know, but the story goes, you know, when Matt Murdock was a child, there was a chemical spill, and he got in an accident. And that chemical spill is what made him blind, for one, but it also allowed him to, you know, gain basically kind of like superhuman senses in a way. Um, or maybe that's not true. I don't know. I know the chemicals went in his eye, and then he went blind, and then as a result, all of his senses got heightened. So I think the chemicals just, I don't think they made him like superhuman. But this chemical now though, it brought, there was another chemical incident. He wasn't part of it, and some other citizens were too. Big incident, and then he got his powers back. But he's old. He's older now, and one of the things that's pretty cool about issue two, is that he gets his, you know, he finds out, he's trying to figure out, navigate, you know, now that he's got his powers back, you know, how can I use them for good? I need to use them for good. He finds out later in issue two that his powers are fading. So there's like already a twist. Like his powers are fading, but he still realizes that, you know, with this, even though these powers are fading, I still can help people, and I still have to use every bit of this power that I have to save people. And even though his powers are fading, the good thing is he recognizes who the bad guys are. And spoiler alert, the big baddie of Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, is Bullseye, which makes sense because I think that Bullseye is his biggest nemesis in all the comics. Well, no, that's not true. It would be between him and Kingpin, but Kingpin's dead, so yeah. Bullseye is now his biggest nemesis. And so his powers are fading, and then he talks to Foggy too, Foggy Nelson, and he's like, look, my powers are fading. I need help. And so I think it's so damn legendary of Matt Murdock that even though he got his powers back and now they're fading now, he's still thinking, okay, with the little bit of powers that I have left that are fading, I need to find these bad guys and I need to stop them. I need to stop Bullseye. So and then Elektra was in this, but in the twist, another twist about that, the twist on top of that twist is that she still looks like she's like in her 20s. So it's like, what the hell's going on? Did she take some chemicals? Because why the hell does she look like a model and Matt Murdock looks like an old shriveled up ass man fighting crime, which is cool. That's honestly what made me want to get the comic in the first place. I was like, oh, I like that. I really just like that premise. They can honestly do this treatment with every superhero. I hope they do at some point. I just hope they spread it out. I hope they give everyone the old man, old woman treatment and just give us good stories. Because it seems to be these. I would preface this by saying, like, the street level characters, I don't know what's going on lately, but their stories are so much better than like this super powered OP characters. I mean, I think it's just because I'm getting older. I like more grounded level superheroes. Um, yeah. Did I talk about Predator versus Spider-Man? I just got this issue too. I know I've been rambling on about Black Panther and Daredevil. This is pretty cool, man. I really, like I said before, I've made other videos about Spider-Man and the Predator. I think it's really cool that these two IPs are coming together. I really like the Predator and a lot of the stuff he's been doing lately. You know, And I like the collab they have with him versus Wolverine. Well, Predator versus Wolverine. I even liked a little bit of the Predator versus Black Panther. Um, but they're all short issues. They're all short. I think that's the biggest thing with me. That's my biggest gripe also too with a lot of these comics recently is that these damn issues. I mean, these story arcs are just like they're so short. This is issue 2, and I think there's 2 left. I mean, the whole story is out now, but there's only 4 issues. This is a 4-issue run that I really liked. This that I'm really liking right now. This is a 3-issue run. I got the 3rd one, so this is the conclusion. I'm not going to be investing in this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be investing in this. This is going to be the only one I get of this because I've heard, like I said, I didn't hear too much good stuff about it. But the Predator versus Spider-Man is absolutely fantastic. I like the whole premise. It's hot. It's a summertime. The Predator has taken out the lights to basically shut the city down. Shut the city's power down. And so he's free on the prowl to hunt people. But the thing about this Predator is that he is rogue. There are predators trying to find this Predator and bring him to justice because he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about the code. He doesn't care about only fighting people that are armed. He's killing children. He's killing wives. He's killing men. Like he just a bad. This is like, he makes other predators look like good predators. This is Skinner. You know what I'm saying? They call him Skinner because he's just going around just, flaying people. And it's just crazy. And so Superman, not Superman, but Spider-Man. I can't talk right now. But Spider-Man is doing his best to save everybody. And I really think it's pretty cool, man. Mary Jane is being hunted by, the Predator. And it's crazy. I'm like, oh, shit. And Kraven, he's hunting he's hunting this Predator that's ruthless. And, Kraven is, Kraven is dope. I'm so glad that it makes perfect sense that they put Kraven in this story for sure. It makes all the sense. So I'm hoping that this has a lot of action in it. Honestly, I may have read this before. So because I've been getting Variant Fever. You know what I'm saying? I know there was this guy that I follow, Comic Book Corner, and I love his page because I love his YouTube channel because he's always talking about new comics every week, and it's fun because buying comics is expensive. So when I'm not buying comics, I like to hear this guy talk about comics, and he's fantastic. Comic Book Corner, man, check that guy out. But yeah, Predator versus Spider-Man. There's I can't say much else. It's a really great comic book, man. It's a really great comic book. I don't know much else what happens, honestly, through issue 2 and 3. I spoiled it for myself with the conclusion, but that's fine because I still want to get that 4th issue. I still want to get the whole issues, all the issues, I should say. There's a really cool variant of issue 4, man. It's like $24, but I feel like it's worth it though, because the cover art looks so good. And you really can't mess this up. You really can't mess up Spider-Man or Predator versus Spider-Man. Like you really can't. We have X-Men issue 18. McKay, you know what I'm saying? He had the writing duties on this. He's a fantastic writer. I really want his his issue of his run of what's his name? Moon Knight. There's a nice Jed McKay omnibus of Moon Knight that I really want to get. I am going to get it. Honestly, I don't even think I think it's just digital now. So, and I don't know. I like for me. I like physical copies. What I mean? I'm a physical media type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But yeah, this has been okay, man. It's been okay. Honestly, I haven't read all of the issues up until this point. I've been picking and choosing my spots. That's kind of how I am. I don't, honestly, I don't think a lot of these series they don't capture my interest that long. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I was reading this from first issue to this issue, I don't think I would have been satisfied. So I just pick the ones that appealed to me in this cover looked insane. It reminded me like some retro X-Men activity going on with the art. It's just fantastic. Uh, yeah, I had to get this because the art is just fantastic. Just the art alone sold me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the point. They're like, we got, you know, we're taking everyone down with us. This is good, man. This is good. This is what I'm talking about when I say. Now, obviously, it's a part of Image, but at the same time, one thing about Image, man, they really make a point to really trust their creators to make something bold, something different, and compete in the comic book marketplace. And I love this. I think this is a good series. I'm gonna get this all the way through. It's a daughter, and her dad is an evil scientist, and she is, I don't know what's gonna happen next. Her dad died in the first issue that I read of this. I don't even remember reading the second issue, to be honest with you guys. It's been so long since I honestly read We're Taking Down Everyone With Us. Maybe I did read it, but it's been so long. I probably did, because why would the third issue come to me if I didn't read the second one? I know I pick and choose, but this was one that I knew after reading issue 1 that I was going to read the whole thing, because it's that good. We're taking everyone down with us. It's like a spy thriller, man. It's a spy thriller. It's dope, man. And I've been really on this James Bond kick lately. If you guys have been watching my channel, I've been on this James Bond kick where I've been drawing like an agent and drawing bad guys and having crazy dialogue and things of that nature. But I've taken you guys' time long enough. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. As always, you know what I'm saying? This is Art and Entertainment. Let's open up our comic books. Let's talk about comics. Let's read the comics, man. And yeah, man. Y'all have a good day.